Louisiana Beer Reviews. Founders, the amazing Cosmickies, highly acclaimed KBS, a flavored stout espresso, ale brewed with chocolate and coffee, aged in oak bourbon barrels. And all bourbon barrels have to be oak, so I didn't need to put that anyway. Adjust it a little bit there. I bought this at, this is the 2020 release from last year. I bought this at Dorgnac's. 12% alcohol, bottled on October 21st, 2020. It says KBS may already be brewed with coffee, but it gets some extra oomph when it's aged on espresso beans after being removed from the bourbon barrels. So, I've never had it. I see there is an enormous amount of video reviews. It's going to take a long time to watch them all, but I'll try to watch them. I will watch them all, God willing. So here we go. Never had this one before. I remember when it came out last year, I just couldn't find a single. I didn't really want to buy a whole 4-pack for the prices I was seeing. So, it's a velvety body. All right, we get a thick beige head and a very dark brown. Looks like black with the sun shining at it, and really black with the sun shining through it. Can't penetrate it. Very, very dark brown, black essentially. So let's go with it. Gets a 97 out of 100 on Beer Advocate. They're saying world class. It gets 100 out of 100 on Rate Beer, a 98 out of 100 in the Style flavored imperial stouts, and an 85 on Untapped. Very high for Untapped. Well, it smells like dark roasted malt, dark brown bread crust, and a lot of dark coffee. And I love coffee. I had 3 cups of coffee this morning. That'll be all I'll have today, but 3 cups this morning. Smells great. Smells wonderful. Smells fabulous. .70 IBUs. It's pretty bitter. Is the bitterness coming from the hops, which they don't list, or the malts that they don't list? Or is it coming from the char, the coffee, acrid coffee notes? Probably more from the coffee, but I'm not sure about that. Bourbon barrel, a little bit. Chocolate, for sure. Coffee. Lots of coffee, lots of cream. Tastes like coffee, dark coffee and cream. Alcohol, yeah, you pick up a little bit. .24 proof. Well, you don't pick it up like you would, let's say, like those 2 Canadian whiskeys that I was tasting straight this morning, neat, no ice or anything added to them. A lot more alcohol there, 40% instead of 12. It's heavy-bodied, velvety mouthfeel. On the sweetness scale, it's pretty darn sweet. 4 out of 5 sugar cubes. Bitterness, 4.5 out of 5 hop cones on the bitterness scale. A mostly dry finish. Bourbon barrel starting to come into play. I've said this before, I'm not really that big of a fan of bourbon barrel age, any sort of beer. Or rum barrel, or scotch barrel, tequila barrel, any of those, I just don't like them particularly. Although on their own, tequila, bourbon, rum, scotch, they're fine, and imperial stouts on their own are wonderful. But I'm not too big on the combination. But anyway, for a flavored beer, it's nice. I do a lot of flavored beer reviews these days since so many beers are flavored. You know how that goes. This is a mass production flavored beer, so and it's expensive. I'll go along with Beer Advocate 97 out of 100. 9.7 out of 10. Most excellent. Is it worth the $5.99 a bottle? Well, I think it was actually $4.99. I can't remember now. I can't remember. It's worth it to try. It's worth the experience. Now, to be buying these left and right, no, I wouldn't go that far, but yeah, it's worth it. So, Les Le Bon Ton Relais, a most excellent product from Michigan, and I'm going to end this review by saying y'all go to Michigan and tour the Founders Brewery.